सावे रंगरी मेहदी सावे रंगरी मेहदी रे रे ओ लाल थारो रंगी रे रच रही गोरी रे हाथ में मोहरा मोहेलियो मेरी मली रजी इते गुड़ लायो मैनी रे ओ मली रजी सावारे डाला मेदड़ी सोवारा सावारे डाला मेदड़ी सोवारा मेदी सो हथेड़ा रे लाल मेदी सो हथेड़ा रे लाल मारी मेदी गो मलीर जी माई ते कुणला मारी मेदी ओ मलीर जी माई ते कुणलायो आज लाडर लो
Just about 400 years old. Aren't we really fortunate to be present here today evening and feel the glory of these great men and women who fought for their motherland, our motherland. Ladies and gentlemen, this evening the sun will rise in our hearts and the scent of the sand will make us proud of who we are. Khamagani, Namaskar, a very good evening to each one of you and thank you so much for coming all the way for this. Let's have a huge round of applause for each one of you. Let's celebrate, ladies and gentlemen, guns and glories. Let's celebrate the battles of the Bachawat clan. मैं प्राची मेहता शाह आपका तहे दिल से स्वागत करती हूँ और राजपूताना के इस महान इतिहास को नमन करते हुए देवियों और सज्जनों, आइए शुरू करते हैं आज का कार्यक्रम। Wow, thank you Hukum for coming here. I can really feel the pride and the valor of these illustrious men and women who've rewritten history with their magnanimous deeds. Time now to let's celebrate their glory, their voice, their music. Let's hear this beautiful, splendid rendition. Padharo Mare presenting, ladies and gentlemen, Kesariya Balam by Janki Parekh Mehta.
केसरिया बालम आवो ने पधारो मारे देश पिया प्यारे दा ढोला आवो ने पधारो मारे देश पधारो मारे देश हो पधारो मारे देश केसरिया बालम आओ ने पधारो मारे देश साजन साजन मैं करूं तू साजन जीव जड़ी साजन साजन मैं करूं तू साजन जीव जड़ी साजन फूल गुलाब रो सूंघू घड़ी घड़ी पिया प्यारे दा ढोला आवो ने पधारो मारे देश केसरिया बालम आवो ने पधारो मारे मारो धारा देश में तू निपजे तीन रतन मारो धारा देश में तू निपजे तीन रतन एक डोलो एक मारवन तीजो कसोंबर रंग पिया प्यारे दा ढोला आवो ने पधारो मारे देश केसरिया बालम आवो ने पधारो मारे देश देश ने पधारो मारे देश देश ने पधारो मारे देश
राजपूताना जन्मभूमि शेरों की कर्मभूमि रणभूमि, वो माटी जिसके एक एक जर्रे में, रेत के हर एक कण में सदियों सदियों की इतिहास छुपा है। इतिहास जो भरा है कहानियों से, किंवदंतियों से। जैसा कि अंग्रेजी में कहा जाता है, हिस्ट्री दैट बिकेम लेजेंड, लेजेंड दैट बिकेम मिथ। राजपूताना की कहानी भी इतिहास, किंवदंती और कल्पना का एक अद्भुत मिश्रण है। वैसे सच कहें तो ये कहानी कभी किसी कलम की मोहताज नहीं रही। इसके लेखक तो वो महान योद्धा है, बुरन बांकुरे खुद थे, जिन्होंने गुलामी से जकड़े हुए हिंदुस्तान में शौर्य और बलिदान की एक अनूठी मिसाल कायम की। स्याही से लिखी हुई कहानियां मिट सकती हैं, खून से नहीं। कमांडर प्रताप सिंह मेहता की किताब गन्स एंड ग्लोरीज, द 1000 ईयर स्टोरी ऑफ द बछावत क्लैन एक प्रयास है अतीत के पन्नों में छिपी हुई इन्हीं कहानियों को बाहर लाने का। कहानियां जो महानायकों से आगे बढ़कर राजपूताना के इस गौरवशाली इतिहास के अन्य मुख्य किरदारों को टटोलती है। ये वो चेहरे हैं, वो शख्सियतें हैं जो मेवाड़ से लेकर मारवाड़, बीकानेर से रणथंभौर तक फैली हमारी ऐतिहासिक धरोहर की नींव रही हैं। ये कहानी है प्रधानमंत्रियों की, ये कहानी है सेनापतियों की, जिन्होंने अलाउद्दीन खिलजी से लेकर तुगलक तक, मुगलों से लेकर अंग्रेजों तक राजपूताना का प्रशासन और सुरक्षा का जिम्मा संभाला। ये हमारे महान पुरखे, जिन्होंने जोधपुर जैसे महान शहरों की नींव रखी, जिन्होंने जंगलू देश के वीरानों में अपनी मेहनत और दूरदृष्टि से बीकानेर खड़ा कर दिया। बिल्कुल महाभारत के पांडवों की तरह, जिन्होंने 5 गांवों के खांडव प्रस्थ को इंद्रप्रस्थ में बदल दिया था। राव जोधा और राव बीका की कहानी तो हर कोई जानता है, लेकिन प्रताप मेहता की किताब गन्स एंड ग्लोरीज हमें कुछ और महानायकों से मिलवाती है, जिनका इन शहरों के निर्माण में योगदान अमूल्य है, अविस्मरणीय है, अनफॉरगेटेबल। ये कहानी है बचराज की, जिन्होंने राव जोधा के साथ जोधपुर के ऐतिहासिक मेहरानगढ़ फोर्ट की नींव रखी और राव बीका के दीवान के रूप में जंगलू देश जैसे निर्जन प्रदेश को बीकानेर में तब्दील कर दिया। इन्हीं के नाम पर देवरा चौहानों के इस वंश का नाम बछावत पड़ा। प्रताप सिंह मेहता की किताब इस वंश के 1000 वर्षों के गौरवपूर्ण इतिहास को हमारे सामने प्रस्तुत करती है। चाहे बछावत वंश के जनक देलवाड़ा के साहसी राजा सागर हो, या जैन पंथ से प्रभावित उनके पुत्र राजा बोहित्य, जिन्होंने राणा रतन सिंह के साथ कंधे से कंधा मिलाकर अलाउद्दीन खिलजी का सामना किया। पद्मिनी के जौहर की कहानियां तो अब फिल्मों का हिस्सा है, लेकिन खिलजी से युद्ध करते राजा बोहित्य का बलिदान भी उतना ही रोंगटे खड़े कर देने वाला है। वीर रस से भरी बछावतों की कहानी सिर्फ उनके युद्ध कौशल तक ही सीमित नहीं है, धर्म और प्रशासन भी उनकी कुशलता का एक हिस्सा रहे हैं। इन सारे पहलुओं को प्रताप सिंह मेहता ने विस्तार से हमारे सामने प्रस्तुत किया है। कूटनीतिक कौशल भी इस वंश का एक महत्वपूर्ण गुण रहा है। बचराज के पौत्र दीवान नागराज की कहानी पूरी तरह से यह दर्शाती है। जब बीकानेर पर राजा मालदेव का आक्रमण हुआ, वो दीवान नागराज ही थे जिन्होंने शहंशाह शेरशाह सूरी की मदद से बीकानेर को मुक्ति दिलाई और शहीद राव जैत सिंह के पुत्र राव कल्याणमल को बीकानेर की गद्दी पर आसीन किया। इन सारी महान शख्सियतों के बीच अगर कोई बछावत वंश के ब्रह्मांड में सूर्य की तरह आज भी चमक रहा है, तो वे हैं दीवान करमचंद जी, नागराज के पौत्र, जिनकी कुशलता और प्रशासनिक सामर्थ्य को प्रताप सिंह मेहता ने अपनी किताब में सबसे महत्वपूर्ण स्थान दिया है। और क्यों ना हो, आखिर उनके प्रशासनिक कौशल के कायल खुद बादशाह अकबर थे। निस्वार्थ की भावना इतनी कि जब बादशाह अकबर ने उन्हें पुरस्कार देना चाहा, करमचंद जी ने बीकानेर के राजा राव राय सिंह के लिए अकबर से 52 परगने मांग ली। अकबर बादशाह ने ही करमचंद जी को मेहता की उपाधि दी थी। उनके बाद से ही बछावतों का नाम मेहता हो गया। मेहता यानी कि महत्वपूर्ण कार्य को करने वाला। युद्ध, धर्म और प्रशासनिक कौशल के किस्से तो हमने सुन लिए। बछावतों की इस कहानी में, जैसा कि हम फिल्मों में कहते हैं, ड्रामा भी है, ट्रेजेडी भी है और महान बलिदान भी है। सैकड़ों सालों तक निस्वार्थ बीकानेर की सेवा करने वाले बछावतों को शत्रुता और साजिशों का सामना भी करना पड़ा। साजिशें ऐसी जो गेम ऑफ थ्रोन्स को भी मात दे। कल्पना कीजिए उस पिता का जिसने मरते समय अपने बच्चों से कहा, बेटा कुछ भी हो जाए बीकानेर लौट कर मत आना। दूसरी तरफ एक और पिता जिसे अपने बच्चों से कहा, बेटा किसी भी तरह से करमचंद के बच्चों को एक बार बीकानेर वापस ले आना, तभी मेरा बदला पूरा हो। समय बदला, करमचंद जी की बातों को भूल उनके बच्चे अपनी जन्मभूमि बीकानेर वापस लौट गए। पिता की तरह दीवान का पद हासिल किया और पिछली बातों को भूलकर रजवाड़े की सेवा में लग गए। फिर एक दिन सुबह अचानक बछावत महल में अपने पूरे परिवार को चारों तरफ से सेना से घिरा पाया। उसके बाद जो कुछ हुआ वो धोखे और बलिदान की एक अनूठी कहानी है, जिसकी चीख आज भी उन कुओं में गूंजती है जिनमें बछावत वंश की महिलाओं ने कूदकर अपनी जान दी। अगर गर्भवती मेवाड़ी थी उस दिन बचकर मेवाड़ न पहुंची होती तो आज शायद हम में से बहुत कम लोग यहां मौजूद होते। मेरे पिता प्रताप सिंह मेहता की लिखी ये किताब मेरे परिवार की कहानी है। बछावत वंश से ताल्लुक रखने वाले हर एक शख्स की कहानी है। हजारों सालों में हमने जो सफर तय किया है, जिन कष्टों को झेला है, जिन मुकामों को पाया है, जिन ऊंचाइयों को छुआ है, ये उसका एक सघन विवरण है। शायद प्रधानमंत्री से एक्टर तक का सफर आप प्रगति ना कहें, लेकिन अगर सच कहूं तो इस किताब को पढ़ने के बाद आई एम नॉट ओनली humbled but extremely proud of my heritage and everything that means to be a Bachhavat. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting to you Guns and Glories by Pratap Singh Mehta.
Thank you, Nakul, for such a wonderful summary of what lies in store for the readers of Guns and Glories. Now that we know a little bit about the book, it's time to know a little bit about the author himself. कमांडर प्रताप सिंह मेहता भारतीय नौसेना के वरिष्ठ अधिकारी हैं, जिन्होंने 1971 के भारत पाक युद्ध में सक्रिय योगदान दिया। समुद्र विज्ञान से स्नातक की डिग्री लेने वाले प्रताप सिंह मेहता की रुचि हमेशा से ही राजपूताना के इतिहास और उसकी परंपराओं में है। और हो भी क्यों ना, आखिरकार वो मेवाड़ के प्रभावशाली प्रधानमंत्री श्री पन्ना लाल जी के अनुज सैन्य कमांडर लक्ष्मी लाल जी मेहता के प्रपौत्र जो है। Born and bred in Udaipur, Commander Mehta has spent his formative years in Jaipur and Bikaner and now lives in Mumbai with his family after retirement from the Indian Navy in 1994. A graduate of the Naval Academy and Defence Services Staff College and a postgraduate in Management Studies, Commander Mehta was both a mariner and an aviator in the Indian Navy. भारतीय नौसेना से कमांडर के रूप में रिटायर होने से पहले विभिन्न महत्वपूर्ण पदों पर कार्य करने का उन्हें अवसर प्राप्त हुआ, जिनमें नौसेना जहाज के कप्तान और नौसेना एयर स्क्वाड्रन के स्क्वाड्रन कमांडर होने का सम्मान प्रमुख है। वे पूर्व सोवियत संघ में 1979-80 में दौरान INS राजपूत के कमीशन चालक दल में भी शामिल थे। His childhood fascination with the story of his ancestors is what eventually led him to do a very extensive research that resulted in this book that we are now presenting in front of all of you today. It is not only his labor of love, but a token of gratitude towards all those who came before him and laid the foundation of the great Bachhavat clan. In his own words, what will we be all if not for our ancestors? Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for and help me welcome the man of the moment, the author of Guns and Glories, Pratap Singh Mehta.
Sir, look at this. This is all for you. This is all only because of you. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling extremely happy that today I'm sitting in front of Sri, who has been a great source of inspiration to me to complete this project, write a foreword for this book, and having consented to present this book. Thank you, sir.
Sir, every piece of work has a thought, an emotion, a feeling behind it. What are the thoughts, all the emotions, and all the feelings behind Guns and Glories?
Thank you once again. writing Guns and Glories has not been an easy task. But since my childhood, I have always been very proud of my ancestors. I have often heard the stories of their valor, bravery, and also their downfalls from time to time from my uncles, my grandfathers, and also from the family staff who have been in the Haveli for over half a century. They've inspired me a lot to pen down my memories. It's only in '92 when my father passed away, my uncle, Shri Bhagwat Singh Ji Mehta, who is not present here today, and Shri Gokul Lal Ji Mehta, whose entire family is here to support me, they insisted that I should pen down the memoirs in a little more detail about the family. And they said, never mind, even if you don't know, if you have not prepared anything, he says, when you think of writing something, the memories come back daunting to you. And that's why I could complete this project.
So for about 24 years, this has been a work in progress.
Yes.
Where did you have to go for all the research that you've done? Who you had to meet?
In this process of my research for the book, there's not much of information available, except that one of my uncles, Shri Lakshman Singh Ji Mehta, had written a book. Then Shri Panna Lal Ji Mehta, you can see the picture on the cover, he had written an autobiography which was collated by his great-grandson, Shri Gokul Lal Ji Mehta. Then there has been a couple of more books and few references in various history books. But let me admit here, most of the research work is from the interviews of the people, from the bards, from the various people whom I met during this process. They have been able to tell, as what Nakul had said, Kim Dantiyan. So even those have been a part of this research, because there is no formal manuscripts available. The history is all about kings and kingdoms and the dynasties, but very little has been written about those people who actually governed the states, who fought for their kings, masters, who sacrificed their lives. So this book is all about the lesser known nobles and their untold stories.
What are the incidents that are there in this book? Would you like to speak about a few of them just for the audience?
Yes.
Some specific ones.
There are
that-
so many things. Okay. The progenitors of Bachawats were Devada Chauhans, and in 12th century, middle of 12th century, they were the rulers of Delwada state. Of course, we know Delwada as it is, and very little has been known about Delwada. Again, from the visits to Delwada, talking to from Purohits to the headmasters to the principals and a lot of people in Nagda and other area, Delwada is a very ancient town. It's as ancient as the time of Samrat Samprati, who was known as Jain Ashoka. Samrat Samprati had built over 1,000 temples, Jain temples in this area, and in Delwada alone there were more than 500 to 600 Jain temples. It was during Raja Sagar's time, who were again the progenitors of Bachawat. The prime ministers from the Solanki rulers of Gujarat, they visited Delwada and requested Raja Sagar to share the designs and what you call today the blueprints of Delwada temple. When asked why, they said, we have been told by a great Acharya that you have participated in number of battles and the only way to do your repentance is make some temples in the memory of the great lords whom you worship. So he said there can't be a better person, there can't be better temples than Delwada. So the blueprints from Delwada were taken, and after the retirement from the state, the Vimal Shah settled in place called Chandravati, which is close to Mount Abu, and made the Jain temples there, which are on the same design and pattern as that of Delwada.
So they're still there.
Yes, and
They're
those
still
have
there.
actually become now the World Heritage Site. They are famous world over for their architecture, for their beauty, for their carvings. And that's how they acquired the name Delwada Jain Temples, because the blueprints were from the Delwada of Mewar.
That's
which is
fabulous.
here.
That's fabulous, sir. So
Thank you.
there is a story about the clock tower in Udaipur as well, as I have been
Yes,
told. and,
yes.
which is
Also
also
very landmark, and you ask anyone, कटे जानो है, घंटाघर जानो है, चलेगा कहीं रिक्शा वाले से पूछो घंटाघर, and it's a very prominent landmark. But how many of us know when did it come up and how did it come up? It was in 1887 now, if I remember correctly, and Rai Pannalalji Mehta was the Prime Minister of Udaipur Pradhan. At that point of time, there was a kind of a argument, disagreement between the two sects, Mahajans and Bohras, because Bohras wanted to take out a goat through Maldas street, which the Mahajans or the Jains did not really like it. It was the month of Paryushan. So this heated arguments was about to turn into brickbats, or like what they say, Shurebaji.
the riot.
Yes, but Mehta Pannalalji, who was the Pradhan, got the wind of it. He quickly deployed a company of army, and the bloodshed was prevented. And the British resident went into an inquiry for the thing, and after the inquiry fined both the communities 5,000 rupees each. At that time, Pannalalji went to Maharana Fateh Singh ji and said, Hajur, अपने शहर में कोई घंटाघर नहीं है, तो आप अगर 20,000 रुपया बख्शाओ तो मुझ 5,000, 5,000, 10,000 रुपया और जोड़ने अटे घंटाघर बनवाई दूं. कटे बनाई. अपने शहर में कोतवाली है. That कोतवाली was even existing before घंटाघर came, and it is there today also. And he agreed to it. Hajur, Shri Hajur agreed to it, and that's how, under his supervision, under his planning, the Ghantaghar came up in Udaipur. And it's really a proud moment. I want to add to it. In 1949, my father, Inder Singh Ji Mehta, was a city magistrate, and at the same time, they took a communal riots. He again, our Haveli is just a stone throw away from there in Moti Chota. He went to the spot immediately and led like a true soldier in the front and prevented the riot to take place. In bargain, he was hit in his palm by a bullet from one of the sides, and that was commendable. Look, the history repeated itself after 125 years. It's a great moment, and he was felicitated by both the communities and Chogan, which today is called Bhandari Darshan Marsa Mandap.
So the clock tower stands for what? It stood for so many years. It stands
For a symbol of communal harmony, and I really feel happy, and the whole family feels happy that it was the vision of Pannalalji Mehta. It is there today.
You know, Commander Mehta, I would like to continue this chat for a very long time. I think I'm going to pick your brain throughout the evening now. But we have a book to launch, so we have to move on, sir. But I would like to ask you one last thing that you would like to say to all the readers of this book. One thing about this book that you would just like to say.
Thank you so much. The book has been my passion. Shriji has been the driving force, testing me at every moment. So please do read it, own it, and feel proud whether you are a Bachawat or not. As Shriji has said, it's a book which will teach our generations how kingdoms in Mewar were governed, how kingdoms in Mewar were ruled. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Commander
so
Mata.
much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure talking to you, Alec. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Kamagani.
आइए अब सुनते हैं वो किस्सा जो राजपूताना त्याग और बलिदान की पराकाष्ठा है। मैं यकीनन बात कर रहा हूं हाड़ी रानी की अमर कहानी की। राव सलूम्बर केचुंडा ने मांगी एक निशानी थी, शीश काट कर भेजा जिसने, वो तो हाड़ी रानी थी, वो तो हाड़ी रानी थी। हाड़ी रानी की कहानी यूं तो राजस्थान के बच्चे बच्चे के जबान पर है। सलूम्बर के राव चुंडा अब जब युद्ध में जाते हैं तो नवविवाहित पत्नी से बिछड़ने का विरह उन्हें व्याकुल कर देता है। अपने एक सेवक को वो रानी के पास भेज देते हैं, ये कहकर कि जाओ उनकी कोई निशानी मांग कर लाओ। वीरांगना हाड़ी रानी ने अपने कर्तव्य को पहचानते हुए, ये जानते हुए कि मातृभूमि की रक्षा से ध्यान भटका तो पराजय तय है, उन्होंने अपना शीश काट कर रावचुंडा के पास भिजवा दिया। उस कटे हुए शीश को देखकर रावचुंडा को अपने कर्तव्य की याद आई और फिर उसी शीश की माला पहनकर उन्होंने शत्रुओं से मुकाबला किया। त्याग, बलिदान और शौर्य की ऐसी मिसाल राजपूताना के इतिहास में अद्वितीय है। इस महान विषय पर हमने एक नृत्य नाटिका तैयार की है जिसे प्रस्तुत करने आ रही हैं कथक की प्रसिद्ध नृत्यांगना पल्लवी राय सुराना और जिसे लयबद्ध किया है सिद्धार्थ कश्यप ने। कवि माधव दरक की कविता पर आधारित इस नाटिका को स्वर दिया है मशहूर गायक बीकानेर के राजा हसन ने और उनका साथ दिया है जानकी पारेख मेहता ने। तो आइए देखते और सुनते हैं ये अमर लोक गाथा।
राव सलूम्बर केचुंडा ने मांगी एक निशानी थी, शीश काट कर भेजा जिसने, वो तो हाड़ी रानी थी, वो तो हाड़ी रानी थी, वो तो हाड़ी
रानी थी, वो तो हाड़ी रानी थी, वो तो हाड़ी रानी थी, वो तो हाड़ी रानी थी। दुश्मन ने की घोर गर्जना, लड़का आया परवाना कि चुंडावत तो प्रेम दीन है, किसको जाकर के कहना, किस दीदी यह सोच रहे थे चंद्र सिंह चुंडा का हाल। रणभूमि में रावण जाए फिर क्या होगा रण का हाल, क्षत्रिय कुल की मर्यादा पर, क्षत्रिय कुल की मर्यादा पर काली दीप पुकानी थी। राव सलूम्बर केचुंडा ने मांगी एक निशानी थी, हाँ मांगी एक निशानी थी, हाँ मांगी एक निशानी थी।
ओ चढ़ घोड़े पर चला वीर, वो मन में था उत्साह लिए, पर बैठ झरोके देख रही थी, प्रियतम को विश्वास दिए कि हथलेवे की मेहंदी भी तो नहीं सूखने पाई थी। नई नवेली दुल्हन वो तो कल ही ब्याह कर आई थी, पुरखाओं की बात न जाए, पुरखाओं की बात न जाए, उसको याद जुबानी थी।
राव सलूम्बर केचुंडा ने मांगी एक निशानी थी, राव सलूम्बर केचुंडा
विजय की निकली मुख से थी वाणी, एक निशानी तुम्हें सौंप दी है अंतिम ये सेनानी। कि जाकर प्रिय से कहना सेवक रानी ने भेजा उपहार, देख देख कर लड़ते रहना करो भला इसको स्वीकार। रणचंडी से शीश काट कर, रणचंडी से शीश काट कर भेजी अमर निशानी थी। शीश काट कर भेजा जिसने वो तो हारी रानी थी। शीश काट कर भेजा जिसने वो तो हारी रानी थी।
वो लेकर सेनानी को सेवक रणभूमि में जब आया, खिलाया सेवक सेनानी तो मन में जोश उभर आया।
हमाला बना के बूंद की उसने अपने गले सजाई थी, रानी की अंतिम सेनानी जब चूड़ाने पाई थी।
पत्नी के उस अमिट प्रेम की, अरे पत्नी के उस अमिट प्रेम की रण में जोत जलाई थी।
राम सलूमर के चूड़ाने मांगी एक निशानी थी। राम सलूमर के चूड़ाने मांगी एक निशानी थी। नागिन से थे केश शीस पर चंद्रमुखी थी वह बाला, और जिसने गिरनी सी आंखों में स्नेह सीख का जहर डाला। कि अधरों की लाली पर मानो अवर गुनगुन डोल रहे, जहाँ अनेकों तारे गिनकर तब की फाटक खोल रहे। रणभूमि की थी रंग शोभा, चुंदा की संगीनी थी। राम सलूमर के चुंदाने मांगी एक निशानी थी। अरे रानी तेरी अमर कीर्ति, धन्य धन्य तेरा बलिदान, तेरा त्याग अनूठा रानी, तू है धरती का अभिमान। याद करेंगे तुझे हृदय से, गाएंगे तेरे गुणगान। नारी का गौरव चमकेगा, सुंदर हारी रानी नाम, सुंदर हारी रानी नाम, सुंदर हारी रानी नाम।
दान जिकिट जात्रक जिकिट जिकिट दान जिकिट दान दान जिकिट जात्रक जिकिट जिकिट दान जिकिट दान। तक धुम किट तक तिर किट तक धुम किट तक तिर किट तक धुम किट तक धुम किट तक तिर किट तक धुम किट तक तिर किट तक धुम किट तक दान दा तक दा दतक जिकिट दतक जिकिट नागिन 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 तिकिट नागिन नागिन रतिन नागिन तक दा जगन जगन दा 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 तक दा जगन जगन दा।
बहुत खूब। जरा सोचिए कितना बल, कितना साहस और कितनी वीरता से चमक रहे हैं ये हमारे असली में रियल लाइफ हीरोज। गन्स एंड ग्लोरीज ये सिर्फ एक किताब ही नहीं बल्कि एक नगीना है जो हमेशा हमें याद दिलाएगा कि हम आभारी हैं इन महान हस्तियों के जिन्होंने अपने लहू से हमारे पूर्वजों की और हमारी इस धरती की रक्षा की है। On that note, I would like to invite on stage Shri Ji Arvind Singh Ji Mewar, the 76th custodian and the chairman and managing trustee of Maharana of Mewar Charitable Foundation, for presenting a custodian's perspective. Welcome, sir.
Good afternoon, everybody. Shri Mehta ji, Commander Pratap Singh ji, Nakul Mehta and his wife, all other members of the family who are present here today, distinguished invitees, guests, a very warm welcome to all of you in this very historic Darbar Hall at the Fateh Prakash Palace, Udaipur. It gives me great pleasure and I consider it a great privilege that Mehtaji asked me to present this book. And he insisted that we should do it in none other than in Udaipur itself. And I kind of wholeheartedly agree that this was a very, very good and foresighted decision that he took. Briefly, I will only say that Commander Mehta is a direct descendant of the illustrious luminaries like Lakshmi Lalji Mehta and Rai Panna Lalji Mehta, who are in themselves occupy the position of doyens in the history here in Udaipur. The distinguished family of Oswal Jain Bachawats have done Mewar particularly proud for several centuries. Shri Agarchandji Mehta was appointed Prime Minister of Mewar by Maharana Hari Singh Ji II as far back as 1769. His son, Devi Chandji, served as Diwan during the reign of Maharana Bhim Singh Ji. Sher Shah Ji Mehta was another Prime Minister of Mewar from this illustrious family. So there is no shortage of Prime Ministers provided by this illustrious Bachawat family here in Mewar. These honorable men were no ordinary mortals. They were groomed to assume high position of administrative authority in the princely state of Mewar and earlier in Bikaner. They worked diligently to preserve the honor of their rulers in very difficult times in the 19th and 20th century. I put my humble tribute to the entire Bachawat Mehta family and the Commander Mehta himself for inspiring generations of Indians through his admirable career in the Indian Navy. A graduate of Indian Naval Academy in nautical sciences, Mehtaji is a veteran of 1971 Indo-Pak War. Through his research and writing, the Rajputana Chronicles, Commander Mehta has demonstrated his reverence for his forefathers. This publication covers 1,000 years, a very wide span of time indeed. It is an issue which people of today are rarely able to comprehend. I've always said that was in Rajputana think that we in Rajputana think in terms of generations and not in terms of years or decades. That seems to be our greatest strength. We have this ability to look ahead and be better prepared for the future. I read Commander Mehta's publication as yet another facet of the living heritage of Mewar. This book is keeping alive the memories and history of the Bachawat family. It also shows that we have to work collectively to ensure our living heritage is neither diluted nor erased from public memory. Rajputana Chronicles has captured our intangible living heritage and made it tangible in the form of a wonderful publication, no doubt. I am sure, Commander Mehta, book will be acknowledged by our new generation as well. They are searching for identity and status. Books like this can be instrumental in giving them a sense of identity and reinstalling pride in the family. When they discuss their roots, they will find the fruits to nourish themselves. I truly offer my congratulations to everybody today in Mr. Mehta's family for being not only just present here, but in participating in making this presentation a huge success, becoming, and as stakeholders, they were becoming part of this book that has been written by Commander Mehta ji. I really admire each one of them in showing such sustainable solidarity in their senior member of the family who has completed such a remarkable piece of research and penned down his thoughts of over 1,000 years in this book. I'm sure there are a lot of people to thank for bringing out this publication. It has taken Mr. Mehta nearly 24 years. And this could not have been done without his dedication and commitment, which now, as you see in the form of this book, I greatly look forward to reading it myself, as I'm sure all of you are. I feel that it will become a very popular book, and it will also fulfill a very big void in the minds of the younger generation to know who they were, what their forefathers did, how they functioned, what was their role, and what was their core competence, and how did they discharge their duties honorably. And it is not just a question of 100 years or 200 years, it's a very long period over which this family has left their imprint. I would like to congratulate Commander Mehta and look forward to the success and wish you all the very best in this book being one of the best books of this, not only this year, but this decade. And thank you for putting in this effort for all of us who hail from this area and who would be able to identify themselves with your efforts. Thank you.
Pradeep ji, Dilip ji, Mahim ji, and Jitendra Singh ji Gaikwad to please come up on present the artwork from the book Guns and Glories to Sriji as a token of gratitude and appreciation.
मुजरो हुकुम आप सबके पधारने के लिए हम तहे दिल से आभारी हैं। रिस्पेक्टेड श्री जी अरविंद सिंह जी मेवाड़, श्रीमान पृथ्वी सिंह जी मेहता, and our most valued invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is personally a privilege for me to move a vote of thanks on this very memorable occasion. I would like to quote a few lines from Mr. Marcus Garvey to indicate the significance of the function today. A people without the knowledge of their past history, origin and culture is like a tree without roots. With your permission, I will repeat it. A people without the knowledge of their past history, origin and culture is like a tree without roots. Today, we celebrate the release of the book recording the Bachawat clan's history and culture for our future generations. This culture also incorporates the values of the House of Mewar and the Kingdom of Mewar. On behalf of Commander Pratap Mehta and the entire Bachawat fraternity, I extend our gratitude to Shri Ji. He has been the driving force behind this whole process. His vision about the values of Mewar, his interest and his presence for this book presentation ceremony indicates his deep commitment to the people of Mewar. We also express our gratitude to him for kindly providing the foreword and granting permission to use the pictorial archives of the Royal House. This work would not have been possible without the help of Thakur Shri Bhupendra Singh Ji Ahuwa, the Chief Administrator and other staff at the Maharana of Mewar Charitable Foundation. We thank them wholeheartedly. We are especially indebted to Shri Mayank Gupta, Deputy Secretary, Shri J.S. Chauhan, Research Officer, Shri Prashant Lohar, the Conservator, Mrs. Ritu Jain, the Librarian, who guided Commander Pratap Mehta in locating the technical riches from the vast library treasure at the City Palace, Udaipur. Please be patient with me for a few minutes because, as Shriji mentioned, such a project could not have been possible without the help of many people. A few others who contributed to the development of this book are Shri Prithvi Singh Ji Mehta, Shri Bhagwat Singh Ji, who had to travel abroad, Shri Bhupendra Singh Ji, Shri Dhirendra Singh Ji, Shri Vijay Singh Ji, and Shri Lakpat Singh Ji. On behalf of the family, we heartily thank them. A special mention of our gratitude to the late Shri Jaswant Singh Ji Singhvi, retired Indian Administrative Services Officer, for his inspiration and guidance in this project is very necessary, and it is our misfortune that we are not able to convey this to him personally. The beautiful reproduction of many ancestral paintings is due to the generosity of Shri Ashok and Shri Dilip Mehta and Srimati Malaji, Srimati Leena ji and Nisha Mehta and Shri Bhagwat Singh ji Mehta. The publishers, Notion Press, worked very closely with Commander Mehta to bring out this landmark book, and we are thankful to them. The Hadi Rani poem and was specially composed and produced by Siddharth Kashyap from Bombay, sung by Janki Mehta and Raja Hassan. Our sincere thanks to all of them. You will agree with me, it was an outstanding presentation and an outstanding composition. On behalf of Pratap and the family, I thank all of you for having come today. The Bachawat clan is indeed indebted, you will agree with me, to Commander Pratap Mehta for so painstakingly researching, developing and recording this remarkable history of the Bachawat clan and its services to and recognition by the Maharanas of Bikaner and Mewar, by the Maharanas of Mewar and by the erstwhile Ranas of Bikaner. I specially request the audience present here today to acclaim this contribution by Pratap. On behalf of Pratap and the family, I thank all of you for having come today. And on this very memorable occasion, which would not have been possible but for the inspiration given by Shriji over many years to Pratap and for his presence today to indicate the significance of this book, may I request you all to kindly give a standing ovation to Shriji Arvind Singh Ji, Maharana of Mewar, for his continuous support.
Thank you so much, Hukum. That was wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, on this splendid note, I'd like to thank each one of you for coming here and gracing this royal occasion. I'd also like to thank a whole lot of people who've been behind this wonderful event. The crew, the cast, the team, the sound, the technical engineering team, Pallavi Raisurana for that beautiful dance, Janki, Nakul, everyone else for being so patient. It was wonderful to have you here. इस शाम का एहसास हमेशा हमारे साथ रहेगा. May you find peace, prestige and harmony. Good night. Shabba khair.